Los Angeles. After the Dodgers' epic collapse in World Series Game 4 on Saturday night, their season rests on 6 words. 6 words that carry a ton of baggage around baseball. 6 words that may conjure up nightmares in the memories of some Dodgers fan. Clayton Kershaw in an elimination game. If that weren't enough, the stakes are even higher. This could be Kershaw's final game in a Dodgers uniform, should he decide to opt out of his contract with LA after the season. And he's facing Boston Red Sox starter David Price, a man who has spent the last 2 weeks exorcising his own postseason demons. You talk about your postseason narratives, this one might already be as dense as a George R. R. Martin epic. The Dodgers looked to be in good shape heading into Kershaw's start, until the 7th inning of Game 4 happened. That's when a 4-0 lead morphed into a 9-6 loss. Instead of a series that was reset to 2-2 with the Dodgers and Kershaw looking to take control, it's Clayton Kershaw in an elimination game again. His Dodgers teammates will tell you there's no one they'd prefer to have in such a situation than Kershaw. The prevailing, and somewhat unfair, narrative be damned. Forget that Kershaw's history in elimination games is full of blemishes. Forget that he's been an on and off in the postseason this year, great some days, very hittable others. But what else are they going to say? He's Clayton Kershaw. He's the best pitcher in the game. Dodgers third baseman Justin Turner told reporters, he's going to go out there and he's going to empty the tank for us tomorrow and give us the best chance. We have to extend this thing. Here's what we've learned in Kershaw's last 4 starts. If his slider is breaking the way he wants, good news. If it's not, get those relievers ready. 2 of those starts have been very good. 2 have been the opposite. In Game 1 of this series in Boston, he pitched 4 innings and gave up 5 runs. In Game 5 of the NLCS, he pitched 7 innings and gave up 1 run. Before that, 3 innings and 4 runs and 8 innings and 0 runs. The whole thing could hinge on which Kershaw shows up, good Kershaw or my Kershaw. As is customary with Kershaw these days, every start is a chance to examine and re-examine his legacy. As if that's either logical or fair. I don't really care about legacy, Kershaw said Saturday. I don't really care what people think of me or perceive of me. Game 5 is a very important game to win the World Series, and I'm looking forward to pitching that game and hopefully putting us in a great spot going back to Boston. And that's really all I care about, he said. All that other stuff, people are going to have their opinions, you know, and that's fine. I'm not here to change them. I'm here to pitch. And all that other stuff will take care of itself. With the Dodgers season on the line, they're turning to Clayton Kershaw, whose history in elimination games is rough. AP, some of the legacy baggage is particularly tied to elimination games. They're where Kershaw has often struggled the most, or at least the most visibly. To start in particular, earlier in his career, or brought up whenever it's time to judge Kershaw. In recent years, the Dodgers have called on him to help in relief when they're facing elimination, and that's turned out well. He closed out Game 7 of the NLCS against the Brewers, pitching 1 clean inning with 2 strikeouts. Last year in Game 7 of the World Series, he came in and pitched 4 scoreless innings against the Houston Astros, but the Dodgers were already down 5-0 when he came into the game. Before that, we get into the dark years. 2016, Kershaw started NLCS Game 6 for the Dodgers against the Chicago Cubs and surrendered 5 runs on 7 hits in 5 innings, including 2 homers. 2014, Kershaw started Game 4 of the NLDS against the St. Louis Cardinals. In the 7th inning, staked to a 2-0 lead, Kershaw allowed a 3-run homer to Matt Adams that would be the game winner. 2013, Kershaw started Game 6 of the NLCS against the Cardinals and was torched. He allowed 7 runs on 10 hits in 4 innings. The numbers say his era is worse in elimination games than other playoff games, 4.28 in general in the postseason and 6.28 in elimination games. One positive, for Game 5, he's pitching on normal rest. So many of Kershaw's postseason failures have happened when he's pitching on short rest. Having him rested is advantage Dodgers, particularly because Price is on short rest, having started Game 2 and pitched in relief in Game 3, but if the Dodgers lose and the Red Sox seal up the series, the result won't just be more examination of Kershaw's legacy, it could very well be the end of his time in LA. He's owed $34.6 million per year the next 2 seasons if he decides to stay with the Dodgers, but he could opt to test free agency for the first time in his career. The goal wouldn't necessarily be more money per year, just something longer term now that he's 30 years old. All that means we could be thinking about 6 different words after whatever happens with Kershaw in Game 5. Maybe it's Clayton Kershaw saved the Dodgers season, or Clayton Kershaw fumbled again in October, or, because you never know, maybe it's Clayton Kershaw doesn't pitch here anymore. Mike Oz is a writer at Yahoo Sports. Contact him at mikeostu@yahoo.com or follow him on Twitter. Follow at Mike Oz. More from Yahoo Sports. Brown, Muncy's heroics end longest postseason game ever passin'. Dodgers may have one more than just wildest World Series game in recent memory. Kinsler feels terrible for error that cost Red Sox dearly in Game 3. Lost 6 key moments that defined the Dodgers' 3-2 win.